These days, the name China no longer evokes images of rural villagers toiling in rice paddies. Instead, imposing skylines, steel and glass architectural wonders, and a cityscape akin to New York or Tokyo are likely to come to mind. On account of industrialization and migration, China is urbanizing at a scale and pace that is unprecedented in human history. This transformation is a necessary component of economic modernization, but it is fraught with challenges and potential pitfalls. Why are cities in China growing? Cities are dense agglomerations of people. In a modern economy, having people close to one another tends to increase efficiency and reduce costs. Reducing costs is attractive to citizens, businesses, and governments because it facilitates competition, induces innovation, and streamlines the linkages between goods and services on one hand and the people that consume them on the other. The combination of these efficiency dividends has encouraged cities in China to grow. 50 years ago, China had around 70 cities. Today, it has 670. Of these, about 90 have populations over 1 million people. The U.S. has 37 such cities. By 2025, it is predicted that China will have 221 cities with more than 1 million people. The urban experience in China shares both similarities and differences with that of the U.S. China's cities are denser and more crowded than those in the U.S. Traffic is worse. Apartment buildings are taller, closer together, and living space is more limited. Parents commonly live with their grown children and help them care for their grandchildren, frequently crowding into relatively small but comfortable apartments. The similarities between urban life in China and the U.S., however, may outweigh the differences. Like urbanites in the U.S., most adults in China's cities spend much of the week working and commuting. Increasingly, city dwellers own their own car and apartment. In their spare time, individuals in China's cities enjoy sports, movies, and going out to eat. Like Americans, they might often be anxious about monthly bills, school for their children, and the expenses of modern life. By certain measures, the process of urbanization in China has been quite successful. The urban middle class, for example, is growing and has achieved a comfortable standard of living. Productivity in cities remains high. At the same time, however, many vexing challenges remain. Millions of migrants that accumulate in China's cities toil for low wages but are unable to achieve decent levels of security or comfort. Many large Chinese cities are beset by pollution and congestion. Urban centers also struggle to supply enough energy, water, and other resources to their residents. As cities continue to grow, so too will these problems. As millions more people arrive in China's cities each year, preparing for the influx of new residents is vital because mistakes now will be very costly to fix later, and in the interim, productivity will be lost. Without clear-headed policy, the impressive gains of China's urban explosion may be at risk.